Hey, how y'all doing? Welcome to the Quarter Report, brought to you by the Red Knight Special. This is Word on the Net. I'm your boy Nunny. We're gonna get off into it now. Everybody know Corey Holcomb's my guy. You feel me? He have a lot of input. I like a person to speak their mind, no matter how bad the joke might be. It's still a joke. People need to get out their feelings, quit being so sensitive. You know what I'm saying? And enjoy life. Uh, Before we get off into the content, you feel me? I would like for all the viewers to do me a huge big favor, man. Hit that like and that subscribe button. You feel me? That don't cost you no money, don't cost you no energy, don't cost you nothing just to hit a button. You know what I mean? I don't understand. I get a lot of viewers on certain content, but I don't get the likes. I don't get the subscribers. And I'm like, come on, man, let's run it up. Help me run it up. Let's get it up there. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep making bigger and better content every time. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? No further ado, let's get off into it. See what my man talking about over here. Let's go to it.
Yeah. I ain't trying to cut you off. You have come across women who tried to destroy the relationship with their father, with their kids, right?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
Sure have. I sure have. And what's sad is that because majority of the time the kids are with the mother, majority of the time on those splits, and so that has the bigger influence because of the timing, right? That they're with her more, but I have actually seen it backfire too.
But at some point, the kids realize,
right?
Mama's full of shit.
Thank you. Yes, it happens. Majority, yes.
Give your mama grace and don't never say it. But when you find out, you be like, my mama is the
Ain't
problem.
that about nothing, right?
Now listen. I know a lot of people gonna listen to that and be like, oh no, whoa, whoa, whoa. But truth be told, right? You really don't know too much about your mom. Your mom kept her life pretty much a secret when you think about it. You know what I mean? Like from the time you was born to by the time you was 7 or 8 years old, you didn't really know what was going on. And then from that time until the time you got older, if your father wasn't around, you hearing what your mother's saying about you. You know, about the father. You know what I'm saying? So until you get older and you hear both sides of the story, and then you get in a relationship yourself, you start dealing with women in different situations. That's when you realize, oh shit, mom's probably was a big part of the problem. You feel me? But a lot of people won't admit that because, you know, it says that thou shalt never forsake his mom or pops. You feel me? So you know how that goes. Let's get back to it.
When they come
my
into their
mama
own.
is the hater motherfucker.
Yep.
She made me think my daddy was all bad, but really my daddy got tired of fucking and being around this hoe. And you don't never hear people say that.
I've had kids where they were old enough anyway, like you know, 16, 17.
And truth be told, I want y'all to really pay attention. How many men out there, right? Met a female. You know what I'm saying? Or even your baby mama. Think about it. One of your big kids, if you're a guy that got multiple baby mothers and you don't deal with multiple different women or women with kids, you tend to see certain things the way the woman get down with like you deal with a woman that got kids. You see how she deal with him when she's calling her new dude and you peep how she's dealing. She's creeping back and forth between the baby father and the new dude. When she go drop the kid off, he over there rubbing on the butt, doing all kind of stuff. But you, as a kid, don't recognize what's really going on. You did when you come to get old enough, you get to thinking like, wow, because you get to going through situations and it start reminding you of things that you saw when you was younger. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, mom's really getting down, but that's because 9 times out of 10 we left with the mother. You know what I'm saying? Like the father's there for whatever reason, and you left with your mother. You know what I mean? So that's what he's pretty much saying.
17, where they've actually asked me, like my opinion on their own mom, who was like a friend, you know, a person that I knew because I was no longer friends with her. But it happens, and I'm like, oh, you finally get, you know what I'm saying? You finally got. That's what my dad said too. At some point, he was like, oh, you finally recognize, your mama ain't shit. Exactly.
I mean, my daughter. I don't know if I said this before. I probably did. I remember my daughter was like a junior in high school, and she called me and she said, Dad, I need a coat. I don't have a coat. I have to wear like these 3 sweaters. You ain't got a coat. Do you know how much money you get in your name every month? I just showed her the checks.
And you know what? That be real talk too, man. Cause I'm gonna really speak on this. You get a lot of women, right? They get these child support checks or whatever the case it may be, but instead of spending the money on the kid like they're supposed to, They'll go and get their hair done. They'll go and buy them some outfits. They probably get a kid about 20, 30, maybe $50 tops, or maybe even $100. But the point of the matter is she feel like, well, I'm taking care of you, so this money should be spent on me. No, it's called child support. You take that money, you spend it on the child. You support yourself, or that dude that you laying over with trying to look cute for, that dude you going to the club twerking for, trying to look all hot for him. That's the dude you have paid for your get up, but that child support money should go to the child. Come on, let's get back to it. Hit that like, subscribe button. Let's go.
That should be the last of her worries and needs.
Like, if you ain't got a coat, that's because somebody don't like you. How the fuck you go without a coat? When my daughter was a little girl, I had it set up where she could get her hair done. Then the mama started showing up trying to get free hair done. Bitch, I don't fuck with you. Whoever dick you sitting on.
Right. You already said
Supposed to be doing your hair, bitch.
Oh, let's lean that back a little bit.
That's because somebody don't like you. How the fuck you go without a coat? When my daughter was a little girl, I had it set up where she could get her hair done. Then the mama started showing up trying to get free hair done. Bitch, I don't fuck with you. Whoever dick you sitting on supposed to be doing your hair, bitch. Get the fuck out of here, bitch.
But that would make a woman act right if she had.
No, Nikki, I'm not.
But no, on the real, what he said is the truth. I just said that. You feel me? Whatever dude that you sleeping with, that's the dude that's supposed to be taking care of you. You feel me? That's the dude that's supposed to be making sure your hair done and your whatever he supposed to do. That's what you got it for. But if I'm paying child support and my money should never go towards your hair, your outfit, your alcohol, your whatever, you dig what I'm saying? It should go for my child. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's crazy now, because these women be paying $2,000 for a hair piece, a wig, some of that hair, $2,000 for a hair. Some of you women that can pay if you're on Section 8, you know how many months you can pay your rent for if you just say, I want to drop this down on my rent to pay up for all these months. You dig what I'm saying? Like, come on, man, y'all got to start. Y'all trying to look good for these streets, man, and not being good mothers to your kids, man. That's why a lot of these young females don't have nothing. That's why when you meet a young female, if you happen to meet a young female, she's in her 20, between 23 to I'm gonna say 30. I ain't gonna say all of them, but I'm gonna say a high percentage of them. They don't have no woman qualities. They don't clean. They don't clean. They don't cook. All they do is have excuses for every little situation. Everything you make up is always an excuse for their action. They always feel like they feel like they're supposed to do what they want to do, and when things go wrong, oh, this ain't right. No, it's right. You just got to learn how to follow the rules. You dig what I'm saying? I done met some females that you'll look at and just shake your head like, I can't believe this. Like, and then that's what's crazy, because these be the women out here talking about, I want a good man. But you're not a good woman. You don't have a good woman qualities. You know what I'm saying? Because a good woman gonna take every step she do in consideration the same way a good man gonna treat his woman. Gonna take every situation, critical thinking before he make every decision. You know what I'm saying? Because you no longer living for one when you have someone. You living for all, for y'all. It's no, you know what I'm saying? You know, I and we. You know what I'm saying? So that's what people gotta understand. You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of women gotta understand. Like, if you want to attract. Listen, you're not going to find people say, man, I want me a traditional woman. You're not going to find no traditional woman anymore. Not in this day and age, you're not going to find that. I promise you that you're not going to find that, because they're not raised on traditional standards. You feel me? These kids don't go and stand in the kitchen with their mom and watch their mama cook. These kids don't sit back and watch their mama walk around the house, vacuum and sweeping and wiping walls down and folding clothes and doing. They don't see their mama doing that. These generation now, what they see their mama doing is getting dressed in the skimpiest stuff, no matter how bad they look, put on the skimpiest stuff, go out there twerking, and that's what they consider. So the kids looking like, oh, that's my mom always twerk, and that's fun to them, so they twerk, and not understanding that this is not something that you want to present to the world. Are you a grandmother, and you out here worrying about twerking? You claim you want a husband, you claim you want kids and all this, but you still got hoe qualities. You still running around like a little hoe, trying to be sneaking off doing this. And pay attention to these young females, bro. Like, pay attention to I'm going to take that back. Not even a young female, because you got older women nowadays that's acting like the young female that want to be. You see Sexy Red is lit. You got all these females 45 years old to 50 years old Listen, 55 years old, they twerking to Sexy Red. They want to be Sexy Red. I'm like, listen, woman, your time has came and gone. Go over there with the elderly and the older crowd over there. And what you really should be doing is being a grandmother at home raising your grandkids. The kids nowadays can't even get their grandmothers to babysit because their grandmothers is telling them, I'm going out too. Ooh, I ain't gonna watch them. Huh? If you're 50-something years old and you still looking for a man, give up. Because obviously you ain't got the qualifications to keep a man. You didn't have many men that came through your hands and then you let them get away. But anyway, let's get back to the story.
I had got my daughter a cold ass jacket. Where my jacket at?
Cut those women off.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But that's only because, you hear what he said? I bought my daughter a jacket and now the mama asking where my jacket at. That's only because the way you people deal with your baby mamas. That's a lot of people don't understand the problem that you be having in your relationship with your kids, with your parent, or with your baby mama, is because, dude, you still sleeping with her on the low. You still running behind her, creeping whenever you can. She might have a dude that I'm gonna see you later on because he probably got another chick somewhere. So he dipped on her. She calling you up so you can come and smash. And then she get mad when you say, okay, well, my daughter needs or my son needs some. You pulling up with your girlfriend or your real girlfriend. Now she got an attitude like, what you banging her over? Listen, man, you supposed to be done, right? So if y'all not sleeping together, y'all set the boundaries right there. It's just about the baby, so it ain't gonna be no issue. Anyway, let's get back to it.
Bitch, I don't know where your jacket at, bitch. I don't want that ragged ass motherfucking shit over there no more, goddamn. I ain't trying to fuck with you like that.
Yeah, it's sad.
Somebody
it's
say,
sad
I can't stay with my mom more than 5 days. Why would anybody else?
That's it.
And that's real talk. I'm gonna be honest with you, right? Because me as a man, right? I ain't been in my mama's house and make you rest in peace, man. But I've been stopped living with my mama. I've been since I was in the streets. I was running, you know what I'm saying, and had me my little spots there and there. You know what I'm saying? It was time I had to go back and stay at mom's house. You feel me? But all of this, what I'm talking about, is at the age of under 20 years old, 20 or under. You feel me? This why I live with my mama. Even before that, I wasn't really living with my mama. I would come in and out. I would come stay a couple of months or two, and then I'm dipping gone. So I never was maintained stuck mainly there. You dig what I'm saying? I never was mainly there. But once I left there, I always had my own. I ain't never just, you dig what I'm saying, went back to my mom's house. I never did that. I never had the opportunity. My mom wasn't even that kind of mom, to be told. I mean, she was that kind of mom, but mom was on some other things. You feel me? That's another story. But anyway, I'm just saying, hit that like button and that subscribe button. Let's go.
You gotta watch a motherfucker that.
See, Timbo, what does he say? I didn't let my mom lie to me about my pops. I cut her off every time. And there was something else that he said. I couldn't catch it.
It takes a strong person to tell your mama, stop, you wrong.
Yeah, you ain't a man till you realize your mama full of shit. And then
Say it again, Craig.
You're not a man till you realize your mama full of shit.
You ain't a man till you realize your mama full of shit. Make the shirt.
Yeah.
And it happens very rarely, but didn't what's his name win a case? Now that's rare.
Oh.
Your other guy.
All right, but to be fair, right? Because I got to be transparent about the situation, right? It's a whole lot of different ways of looking at this. You dig what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of, you know what I mean, elements to this, different levels of why the woman is the way she is towards the baby father. It could have been a bitter broke up. Maybe she was all in. He was cheating. Maybe you never know. It's all kind of angles to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Story, like they say, it's his side, they side, and the truth. And then up in there is where you got to debate, figure out what you feel the truth is. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they say take everything with a grain of salt. But anyway, let's get back to it.
Which one?
Married to Gabrielle Union. What's that basketball player's name?
D-Wade?
Yeah, remember he won that case against his ex because she tried talking about him bad to the. Yeah, he won that case.
Yeah. Oh wow, I didn't know that.
You didn't know that? Yeah. What was in that?
She used to shit on him
bad
in public.
To the kids.
He going through the Travis Hunter shit.
Man. Yeah,
What? He letting his son go through it by himself. Both of y'all move like that.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about? God damn it. You wanted your statue with the mouth open for a reason.
I
know why he endorsed that statue. That statue looked like this. How's the dick in your ass look? Google the D Wade statue and put it up there. Put the D Wade statue. This is, people don't get it. I know why you wanted your mouth open looking like that. This is symbolism for Backdoria. They rebooting something or something. Please put up the D Wade statue face. This is a symbol for Backdoria. You dig? Man, who gave the $100, man?
Dang, that's
You got to
nice.
get shouts out to people who support us, man. Omar Butler, much respect. 5150, much respect. Omar Butler, man, you helped us start our year out of debt.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Is Macca here? I got to talk to Macca. I've been missing his call. Macca gonna be like, "Hey, Corey, let me holler at you." You know, he got that 14-year-old voice, even though he a real man.
Oh, player.
Right. Macca, all man. But when that nigga talk, he be like, "Hey, man, look, check it out. I'm about to eat these. I'm about to eat my Oreo, my Cheerios, and talk to you." You know, hey, but can we get the picture of it so I can make this, I can land on this point on the D Wade side of the game, because I know why he endorsed this statue. They all do tricky things to show you that they are
Right.
getting down like that. I be peeping it too, because you wouldn't endorse this statue as looking like you. This is a Backdoria statue. I just got hit raw.
It does look like it's
And I like the hurt.
It's screaming.
I don't know how and why they would make this statue look like that, but that look crazy, man. It do look like some weird thing. I guess, you know, they try to highlight everybody best moments, so I guess maybe that's what they feel like, that they captured this best moment with this statue or whatever. But anyway, let's get back to it.
That's what that statue say. Is that all you got? Right there, look at that.
Come on now.
Yeah, that's some wild.
Yeah, that was sick right there. Come on, man. That don't look like that. But okay, it is what it is. But your man said this part of Backdoria. You feel me? That's them in the closet. You know, the people be out there like they one way, but really be another way. And you know, the people that get, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Backdoria, where they keep the little hidden secrets in that little hidden department back there. That's what he talking about. Yeah, anyway, let's get back to it.
Shit.
I'll be like, man, who the fuck? What the fuck?
Hey,
That's Backdoria shit right there. D Wade is
it's detailed.
one of the best NBA players in the history of the NBA.
Zest Monster.
Yeah, for sure.
Might be top 5 2 guards. Now, for you to say that, that's a motherfucker. Might be one of the top 5 2 guards to ever play in the NBA.
MJ, Kobe. See, he might be 4 or 5.
That's why I say top 5.
Yeah.
No, you got MJ.
Kobe.
You got Magic.
At
Don't
2.
forget Magic.
Magic 1 though.
Okay, we'll take Magic off. You got MJ. You got Kobe. I'm saying, who over D Wade? I just didn't say nothing. If you're gonna take Magic off,
I personally would take Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady over D Wade.
get the fuck out of here, dog.
Personally.
You crazy than a motherfucker.
Personally, if Mitch Richmond, maybe.
That's crazy, right? But yeah, man. I mean, what he's really speaking on, though, man, there's some funny things going on in the industry, man. It's like, in order to be successful, you got to do some zesty things. You dig what I'm saying? And some of these people is just zesty, period, man. And I think a lot of people just need to come out the closet. I think it's a lot of people that be living these secret lives, these double lives and shit. You feel me? And when they live these double lives, it's hard to see. What people don't understand is when you tell one lie, you got to tell another lie. You know what I'm saying? Like every time. You feel me? And then if you anything like I am, I always catch lies. I just don't really say nothing. I might ask you a question and you'll give me an answer to something. And then a week or two later, I ask you that same question. And it's same because when you tell them the truth, you won't have different answers when you tell them the truth. You feel me? You won't have different answers. So if I ask you something one day, you tell me something, and I ask you 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, you should have the same answer. It shouldn't be no different answers because you're supposed to be answering the truthfully. But see, and that's the thing about this industry, man. It's a lot of fugazi shit going on, a lot of hush hush, a lot of secrets, a lot of keeping people away from people so people don't be peeping game or know their secrets and shit. It's just a whole bunch of different things that go on in this industry. You feel me? I got another video, right? My Corey Holcomb, I want to throw up in there. Hit that like, subscribe button. Let's get to it.
Me. But I will say this on the mountaintop. Most of the people that don't want to hear what I got to say is the people who really need to listen to what I got to say.
Yeah.
Most of them motherfuckers,
And that's real talk what he's saying, because like people will hear you talking some real shit and them be the main motherfuckers don't want to hear. See, the thing about when you tell them the truth and you speaking positive, people, the devil and demons don't want to hear the truth. They get bored by the truth. They yarn. They turn their head. They look this way. They look. It's just a way to let you know that whatever the case it may be, whatever the case it may be, you know what I'm saying? It just shit. I don't know. It's just weird, man. You feel me? So let's get back to it.
get it. Shut the fuck up. Save yourself. Look at the position you're in.
I know I got a question that you won't answer.
That you won't answer? You said?
I know I got a question you won't answer because
I'll answer any question. Want me to tell you what? I ain't never been intimate with a nigga. I ain't embarrassed about shit else.
Yeah. No.
And that's real shit. When you never indulged in no homosexual activities, you ain't never indulged in being around homosexuals or whatever the case it is, right? You can talk about anything and you don't get nervous or you don't feel upset or you don't get mad. Like I crack jokes all day long about bisexual men, straight men, bisexual women, straight. You know what I'm saying? I crack jokes about that all day long, but I don't hate these people. Like I said, I don't indulge what you eat. Don't make me shit. So I don't care to be sitting and tripping like I got an issue with you or not. Ain't that I got an issue. I got, like I said, I got gay people in my family, love them to death. You feel me? I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't sweat you for what you do or how you doing it. You dig what I'm saying? That's your business. You feel me? But like you just saying, man, you got to pay attention to your surroundings, man.
I'm saying, because this is every man. See, a man's mind, our mind.
My dick don't work like it used to.
Right.
What else?
When the last time you thought about killing somebody?
All the motherfuckers. All the motherfuckers.
And that's real talk. I would tell you like this: the most humblest person can be annoyed by someone and be having the thought of unaliving somebody. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody on this earth might have a thought that run through their head at some point when somebody make them that mad where they say, you know what, I want this person out of here. You feel me? But that's just human nature for it to think like that. That don't mean we think like that.
That's some real shit.
Because we the older you get, the less fear you have.
Right.
To get rid of a motherfucker up off, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there are people who try me.
Yeah, but
That's why I be by myself.
Yeah.
I really be like, God, I'm going to run from it.
Yeah.
I don't want
excuse me.
to snap. I buy things.
Right.
And I be wanting to motherfucking snap, crackle, pop, if you dig what I'm saying.
No,
Right.
for sure.
Just to
Yeah, I think, we all feel like that, like at times, man. You can get irritated, and plus the older you get, the less. This is the thing about life, right? I mean, about growth, should I say, is when you're young, you can, all the bullshit games, all the games people run, all the drama people run, in the games in the streets, you kind of have a stomach for, you can kind of deal with it. But the older you get, the less you have for that bullet, for all that BS. You ain't got no tolerance for BS. It's like, damn, like some things is just not worth even tripping over. You know what I'm saying? You can look at a situation and be like, you know what, I'm not even going to waste my energy or let a person rent space in my brain to even take me there, because if I'm going to feel some type of way, I'm going to feel it. And the only reason why when elderly people feel the way they feel when they get upset is because they live life. When you got, like, that's why when I was young, I used to look at my OGs, right, and understand their frustrations with us because they lived life. I'm looking at people 40, 50 years old, and I'm fucking 20 years old, thinking I know everything, thinking I'm sneaky, thinking I'm doing this, thinking I'm not understanding these people that live life and did everything I done been through in life 10 times already. So the game that you run on them, they get disappointed in you when they look at you and know that you lying to their face because they know the game. You feel me? They like they know the game. You ain't doing it making yourself look stupid. Like, you feel me? Like, the biggest turnoff in the motherfucking life is with anybody, business, friendship, relationship, whatever, is to lie about something, to look a person in their eye and straight lie to them. That's the biggest turnoff, because it make a person feel like, if you would sit there and lie to me about something as small as this, I can imagine what you really lied to me about daily or on a regular basis. You dig what I'm saying? So that's why you got to watch and pay attention to your surroundings. Again, pay attention to your surroundings. Don't be gang goofy running around here think you can just say anything to people and people going to be like, oh, that's a cool person. That person, it ain't like that. Because once you get labeled a lie, it's like I always say, it's like the kid that cried wolf all the time. And nobody, oh, the wolf coming, everybody look, ain't no wolf coming. So when they finally tell the truth, you're not going to believe shit that come out that person's mouth because they lied too motherfucking much. You dig what I'm saying? So anyways, let's get back to it.
Show a motherfucker. I ain't bullshitting, but I try to fit in as a citizen because I got work to do.
Yeah.
I'm a citizen in training. I want to be able to save some. And I think I save a lot, to be quite honest. It's just I don't get credit for that. I get credit for being somebody who started mess and stuff like that. But
Somebody say it's in the blood. He's from Chicago. No, love and respect to Chicago. I think any man that's out here trying to do anything that's righteous in a way, that crosses his mind, because people always play you close. They always try to test the waters to see if they can frazzle whatever work you're trying to do, you know? So
they train to play you close.
Yeah.
Right.
No, but I hear what he's saying. But the thing about it is, when you successful, when you start having success, that's the thing about it. When you ain't doing nothing and got nothing popping for yourself, everybody look at it like, oh, okay, yeah, that's a good thing you're doing. Yeah, go, more power to it. They act like they really rooting you on. They act like they got their pom-poms on for you. You feel me? But it's till the success start kicking in, that's when they start looking at it like, oh, wow, man, he really eating. Then the hate start kicking in, because now they feel like it should have been them. You know what I'm saying? It should have been them instead of you. You know what I'm saying? Or I can do that better. But if you can do it better than me, then why you didn't do it from the beginning? And that's the problem you got. That's what you got to understand with people, man. Just you read people. Is the more you learn how to read people, the better you are for setting you. You won't set yourself up for as much failure in life, because you already see the shit coming. You feel me? So, anyways, get back to it.
We ain't got nobody. I'm telling you, man, the rite of passage that's not in our community is destroying us. When the men get a certain age, they are supposed to be taken out of the village and taught how to earn their spot in the village. If we ain't got that, what we got? We just got a whole.
And that's real. That's like that old saying go, right? That says, I can take you and feed you something to eat, right? Or I can take you and hunting and show you how to hunt. And from that point on, you can keep yourself full, because you'll know how to hunt and get the food. You know what I'm saying? So I could feed you one time, but if I feed you one time, only thing that's going to do is open up a door for you to keep coming back, because you ain't learned nothing. So, but if I take you out here in the jungle and teach you how to hunt your own meals and everything, then you'll be able to keep yourself full and your family full. Let's get back to it.
Whole bunch of motherfuckers out here bullshitting. Why they bullshitting? Because they don't know what else to do. They watched their mama growing up. Their mama bullshitted. Let me know.
And what he's saying is real. That's some real shit though. Like the whole. This is why I be rocking with his little podcast or whatever, because he be stating fact. Like he said, you'll meet a woman, and the reason why she full of shit because her mama was full of shit. Like, a woman can't be a woman. She don't know how to be a woman. She wouldn't raise around women. If you raise around dogs, it's like they said that kid that was raised by a wolf. He was raised around animals, so that's why he acted like an animal. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't raised around no man or nothing like that. You feel me? Let's get back to it.
Because what's the name coming over here tonight? Charles coming over tomorrow.
Yeah.
But Bill over here tonight.
Ugh.
Bill over here tonight, but Charles coming over tomorrow. And a lot of women play these games. They'll be chilling with you one day, and y'all riding around getting high, drinking or whatever, going out eating. Drop her off the next day. She got another dude in there. 2 days later, she got a different dude. You dig what I'm saying? So it's like she set herself up to look like a straight smut bucket. You know what I'm saying? That's what it looked like. So when you meet somebody and they say, man, I can't take this motherfucker serious. This motherfucker chill with too many motherfuckers. Not let alone, she might even be chilling with your enemy and don't even know it. That's how a lot of dudes get their snapple twisted. You feel me? So
I want to admit that they saw their mama with multiple niggas.
Man.
Don't nobody want to admit it. Because you love your mama. You
right.
will.
Nobody is never going to admit that they saw their mama with multiple women because they love their mama. You was raised to love your mama. And like you was saying, like a lot of people don't realize your mama was full of shit. I'll be the first one to tell you, I love shit my mama. My mama wasn't a mama. She was like a big sister. Like she was a prostitute. She was on drugs. So she couldn't have been. I don't blame her. She just got caught up in that wave of the drug thing that was going on at her time coming up. But I can be the first to say that I know what he's speaking on because I come from that. I understand that. You feel me? Like on the real, like you can't teach somebody something. It's like I was saying the other day about drug rehab. People go to drug rehab. You got a teacher in there or somebody in there trying to teach you about how to stay away from drugs, how to do this and how can you tell me how drugs make me feel and how to stay away from drugs if you never used drugs a day in your life? You reading a book and relaying information to me, and that's what you want me to capitalize my success off of something that you read from another book that they didn't give you some kind of PhD in or some shit? Like, come on, man. Don't make no sense. Let's go.
Kill a motherfucker over your mama.
Well, I've never loved mine, so I don't know. I've never.
D, we can tell you don't love your mama. But what I'm saying is,
all she did was give birth to me. That was it. All she did was give birth to a baby. That was it.
That's some absurd shit.
What? Say that again.
So yeah, we all kill for your mama, but would you bite a nigga to death for your mama? If you done had no gun, no hands.
That's what animals do. We animals.
Yeah, if you want to try and protect somebody.
Hey, let me tell you something. I know some areas if you bite a motherfucker, you can render him helpless.
So you'll bite a nigga jugular out his neck for your mama?
If I can get to the juggler, if you got a grip on this, that nigga got to let go and pray. Where else is a vital part that if you had to bite, would you bite it?
It'll make you backdoor you if you bite that part.
What if you get in a fight with a dude?
The neck?
And he on top of you.
No, you talk about the penis one.
And you can render him helpless if you bite his nuts. Will you bite them nuts to get him up off you?
Hey, but hold on, I'm finna tell you something, right? Let me tell you a quick story, right? What he's saying is real, right? When I was in prison, two dudes locked up. They in the back, they fighting. One dude grabbed the other dude in some kind of headlock where he was almost choking him out. So the dude that was getting choked out grabbed the man's genitals, twisted him and squeezed him. So the guy that had him in chokehold started screaming, "Oh, he got my sack!" So everybody, I'm laughing. It was just funny to me because, like, I don't know how they got close enough. I don't like to wrestle with nobody when I'm fighting. I like to just throw hands. I don't want to get close enough to hug on me or nothing like that. But it was just funny. So what he's saying is, if you was in a situation and somebody had it, would you bite his genitals to get up out of this fight? And if you do bite him, you're gonna be labeled you done had a penis in your mouth. It's crazy. Come on, let's go.
I'd rather get knocked out by a nigga than bite his nuts.
Yeah, but you guys.
I'd rather lose a fight than bite a man's nuts.
Your boy said, I'd rather get knocked out by a nigga than to bite his nuts.
I'll rip them nuts off his sack.
You're talking again.
If we in war and we fighting and I can get to them nuts with my teeth, I won the fight. Because that motherfucker is finna roll over and die probably when I do this.
Corey Holcomb said, I will grab them nuts with my This dude got issues, man. Like, but that's real. I don't know. Me personally, I don't know. Hopefully God will never put me in a situation where I even have to make a decision like that, because I might be like homeboy and have to get choked out. I don't think I'm finna bite nobody nuts like that. So let's get back to it.
That's what I'm saying.
You remember Bird, rest in peace?
Who's Bird?
Bird, he used to be at the Improv.
Yeah, I know Bird.
I seen that nigga do one of the coldest moves in a fight he was losing, and he won the fight because of this. We was at the Comedy Store. He was on that hill. You know that hill at the Comedy Store? He got into a fight with this big old buff nigga. The big buff nigga slammed him and was on top of him. Bird is on his back. He grabbed the nigga's chest, like his shirt, brought him in closer, reached around his head. It looked like he was about to get him in a headlock, but he didn't. He fish hooked his cheek, and he ripped that nigga cheek off his face.
You fuck somebody up if you grabbed it.
Oh my God.
The ear come right off. You know that, right?
He was getting his ass whooped up until that point. The dude he was screaming, "Oh!" Big swole ass. Oh, man.
Yeah, because this shit got to be rewired and healed in a way where he's still going to be like this.
Rest in peace, Bird. Yeah, stroke face for real.
Oh, no.
He can't eat no pussy for about 6 months.
It's going to be a sloppy mess.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
That motherfucker got to...
That nigga bow to the side, like, he's stuck like this now.
Lick pussy real soft. He can't do nothing but that.
He can't whistle no more.
Oh, man.
That nigga whistling days is over with.
Right,
Man.
that nigga ain't eating no more Cheetos.
No, but when you're trying to protect somebody else, a loved one, or even yourself, you can't really say what you think you wouldn't do. You're gonna do whatever
No
it
more
takes to
jawbreakers
survive.
either.
Somebody say y'all ain't gangster. You right, I ain't gangster. I tell the world I ain't gangster.
But neither was Jeffrey Dahmer, and he used to eat niggas.
Right.
What that mean?
Let me tell y'all something about that scary motherfucker.
Hey,
That scary motherfucker.
Right, that's real talk. Like everybody be talking this crazy shit about they gangster, they hard, but like you just said, Jeffrey Dahmer was no gangster, and that nigga was eating people. He was eating bodies. He was chopping heads off and putting that. That's gangster to me. When you can stomach chopping off somebody's head, putting it up in the refrigerator, making love to the corpse, something ain't right.
Fucking dog, not only will he pull it, he'll get away with it because he was scared and he told you he was scared. Because that's really what you're supposed to do whenever you get ready to get in. Hey man, I'm scared, man. I don't want no problems. You just gave somebody
Yeah. And you got to worry about somebody that says they're
Well, somebody-
scared.
right.
That means they're going to protect them. You don't know what they're going to do.
Hey dog, scary.
And that's real talk. Like I tell people, like the older you get, like the more you try not to look for a problem. When you young, you looking for the person mean mugging you. You looking for the person that's seen like it's gonna be a problem. You looking for that negative energy. But the older you get, you try to avoid the negative energy, not because you feel like you're gonna lose a battle or nothing. It's just because if you know yourself, if you know what you're gonna do or what you're willing to do, then you gotta understand. Okay, I know how far I'm gonna go with this. But I don't think this person know who he messing with to the point where I can change the course, his family life right now. I can just change everything right now. And that's what a lot of people don't understand when they be stepping to like a lot of these youngsters in the streets and some of these foolish ass old men out here that think they still young still. You gotta like the boy Pac said, every move should be a calculated step. Everything you do in life, you should pre-think it through and then make the move and make sure it's right. Don't just get up and go and run because now you just look like a loose cannon out there. You look like a chicken with his head cut off that just don't have no direction. You feel me? So, I understand where you come from. Let's get to it. Hit that like and subscribe button, man. Let's go.
Scary motherfuckers, dog. Especially as you, like I say, when you older and you've been in this world a long time, man, the fears that you had as a young man go away, dog.
yeah,
You ain't scared of nothing no more once you get.
And that's what I just said. The older you get, you have less room for bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's like your mental don't want to take that because like the older you get, the more you realize how simple life is. When you're young, you think life is hard. You think, oh man, it's hard on me. This life is what you make it. So if you want to make it, if you want to be a good person out there, what you put out, what you're gonna get back. When you're a scumbucket, you put that out there, you're gonna get that back. You feel me? You attract what you are. You know what I'm saying? So at some point, people who realize what they is, you gotta take accountability for who you are, the person. Just live in your truth. A lot of people don't like to live in their truth, and that's the problem we have now.
If you've been out here long enough, you done seen enough death where ain't nothing moving you no more. When you done seen your people in a box,
man,
on occasions.
Several, yeah.
What the fuck is you scared of?
Yeah. Or taking
You already know.
Yeah.
I got a date coming too for that box.
Or if you took care of one of your parents up until that very second.
Yeah,
where you had to take care, bathe them, change
Or if you
them.
burned them in the bed. You ain't scared of shit.
That's right. I was protecting myself.
Yeah, so yeah, that was it right there, man. I'm gonna end it right there though. But like he was saying, man, it's a lot that's going on in our world, and the reason why I really tap in with Corey Holcomb's, man, because it be going in on topics that I be feeling like a lot more people need to talk about. Because the reason why I feel like they don't talk about it because the industry don't want you to talk about it. When you got a lot of lost souls out here, that's when you have a lot of lost women out here walking around half naked, thinking that that's popular, being, just belittling themselves. You dig what I'm saying? Because the entertainment business make them feel like belittling yourself is the new thing of bigging yourself up, which is not. Because you can ask any person who start, even what's that girl name? Secrets of a video vixen, Superhead. I don't know if anybody remembers Superhead, but when she went around sleeping with all the rap celebrities and all the singers and stuff, and then she made a book talking about it. She got burnt out on living that life. Her running around here talking about that's why she got the name Superhead, because of what she was doing with her mouth. But what I'm saying is she got burnt out on doing it. She got burnt out on being a scumbag. But now that she burnt out on it, she trying to change her life. Now your reputation outsees yourself. Now people don't look at you as that good. Oh, she's a cool girl. Now they looking at you like, ain't no telling what you gonna do when you're around her, because she done been with so many people. Ain't no telling, you probably can't go nowhere with her because somebody 2, 3, 4, 5 motherfuckers probably done ran up in her. So now they looking at you, smiling at her, you looking funny like, the fuck going on? You feel me? Not knowing you just locked in with the scum bucket of the earth. You know what I'm saying? You just locked in with a smut bucket. You feel me? So, and another thing you speak on is and like I said, I don't knock the women who's living like that, because obviously a lot of them didn't have a strong foundation to lift them up and show them a different way. You feel me? So I don't knock them. We live in a generation where these women that's growing up now, their mamas wasn't in their life, their fathers wasn't in their life. Their mama was chasing a nigga and probably popping pills and getting drunk. So she only did what she saw. Chasing, when her mama leave chasing the nigga, she let the little boys in the neighborhood chase her. You dig what I'm saying? So now this is what happens, you know what I mean? And then it tends to be like a poisoning that's eating their brain, because now they get to thinking this is normal lifely shit that they was doing. This normal lifely shit. Yeah, for a motherfucker that's holding out here getting money on the porn industry, yeah, that is normal shit. But when you're a normal person, you can't have hoish activities and thinking that somebody gonna treat you like wifey material, especially if you ain't giving off wifey material vibes. You know what I'm saying? And same thing for the men. You know what I'm saying? Like, you out here running around doing your thing, swinging pipe here and there, but you want a traditional woman. Like I said, there's no more such thing as a traditional woman. I'm gonna let you know that now. If you want a traditional woman, you better go look at the women 60 years old. Because these women now don't have no traditional ways. These women don't know how to be a woman. You can be in a grocery store and see a female screaming and yelling at her dude while they're in a grocery store, belittling him, making him feel like a one. Like, if that's your man and that's the person you love, then why are you screaming at the top of your lungs? Because you screaming at the top of your lungs ain't gonna fix the problem that's at hand. It ain't gonna do that but push y'all further and further away from each other, because now you're gonna say you don't have no respect for me. You don't even respect me in public, let alone respect me enough to understand you yelling at me ain't gonna do nothing. A lot of women do that shit because they know the nigga that they dealing with ain't gonna do nothing to them, which is fact, he shouldn't. But what he should do is get up and walk the fuck away. You feel me? That's gonna hurt a woman more than you putting your hands on it. Get up and just walking away. You know what I'm saying? Because and then she got to look within herself and see what quality. If you meet a woman and she's in her 40s and she's still talking about she's looking for a husband. She turned 45, she's still looking for a husband. The thing about it is, men don't look for wives. Women look for husbands. You feel me? Men don't look for wives. Men want a companion, somebody to deal with, but they don't look for wives. If it happens, it happens. Women, their whole objective in life is to find a husband. They listen to these fairy tale Cinderella stories about finding a husband, white picket fence house, and living happily ever after. Unfortunately, that's not how the story goes for when you living in the ghetto. It don't go like that, because that white picket fence house costs some money. You dig what I'm saying? And it was crazy. It's like I watched something earlier, and it said something that was real. It said, you living in times where a woman, a matter of fact, it was on divorce court. I watched it. The lady said, you living in times where a woman will sleep with a man, bring a man to his house, even willing to have that man baby, but not willing to give him a house keys to your house. Make that make sense. How you give a nigga a baby but won't give a nigga keys to your house? Food for thought. There's something for you to think about. Thank y'all for tuning in. This is the Quarter Report, brought to you by the Red Night Special. This is Word on Net. I'm your boy Nut. Until next time, we wish y'all a wonderful, blessed day. Hit that like and subscribe button, man. Let's run it up. It don't cost you 1 red cent, 1 red dime, no energy at all. Just hit that subscribe and like button. Let's go.